What's going on, guys? Skoks, Chicago Blackhawks Central here. Going to recap the Hawks and Anaheim Ducks matchup on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Puck drop, big win, back to back games. Very surprising. Uh, just to get some wins here this weekend, it's really nice to have. Pick up a few points here. Bedard had a great game, no goal, but three total points, three assists. So we will go over all of that, and right after the intro, let me roll it really quick. Yeah, so big Hawks game last night against the Anaheim Ducks. Final score 4-2. Um, Loved the effort, energy, offensive looks on net. Arvid Sauerblum in net for the Hawks. Really loved his game. Definitely should have been playing before this game, but I understand that he did have the illness. So it's nice to have him back now, but definitely looking forward to seeing him in net again if Laurent Brossois is not ready yet. So we will see when he is ready. But would love to see Soderblom in net for another matchup because that would be very, very cool. Next game is on Wednesday night against the Detroit Red Wings. But let's run through the Hawks and Ducks game last night. Let me pull up the lineup so everyone has reference for that. Let me pull it up right here. All right. And let me know if everyone can see it just fine. Got the new graphic up here. So we will run through this. All right. So, first line Kershev, Bedard, Donato. Ryan Donato continues to stay hot. He has another goal under his belt. So, what is that, 7 or 8 now for him? Unbelievable start to the season, which we talked about last time, last post game. So, definitely love seeing that from Donato. It's nice to have a little offensive burst in the depth of the lineup, but he's up there on line one with Bedard and Kershev. So really nice to see him just helping out. Kershev didn't look too noticeable. A few chances, but nothing extremely consistent with him. Bedard, great setup from him on the first couple goals, and then he got the assist later on for Donato's pretty much just a dirty goal in front of the net, but still a nice effort from them. Hall, Foligno, Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi seems to be playing pretty consistent still. His skating is kind of like old school, like a floater type of skater. Really finds the open ice, but definitely a different style of play with Tyler Bertuzzi. But I definitely think it's working. And I think that second line has been pretty decent. Taylor Hall still looks like he's skating pretty well, but just hasn't been able to convert on chances yet. Would love to see him get on the board here this week because I think putting a few in the back of the net would definitely help him help him out with his confidence going into this next weekend, right? Mikheyev, Dickinson, Teravainen. Big game from Teravainen. Uh, First game with a point in, I believe, 6 games. Very nice goal from him on the power play, and we will go over that in the scoring recap. But very nice goal from Teuvo Teravainen. Man, he has an underrated slap shot on that power play, and I did realize that he was not on the power play last game. Coach Luke and staff did not have him in there, but having Tavo on the power play is definitely a must. It's critical. He has a heck of a shot. I believe he scored from that spot 2-3 times now. Um, in the early season here. Really nice one timer from him. Uh, Forgot who passed it, but I will check back on that. Maroon, Reichel, and Craig Smith. Lucas Reichel once again picks up a point. I believe it was a secondary assist, but he's still just very noticeable, unlike last year. So I love to see it, and you want him playing confidently, skating confidently, shooting the puck with purpose, right? Looking to score, and I saw a few of his shots on net from even far. Still looks pretty good. I love how he's playing, and I just want him to keep it up, man. Just keep rolling with that line. And I know Coach Luke and staff, they were rotating lines a bit, but I would like to see them just keep it consistent, find some chemistry, because a few of these guys have definitely found chemistry, and maybe Donato being back up on that first line, similar to last year at times, right? Uh, they might find some uh, chemistry up on that first line with Bedard and Kurashev once again. So we'll see how that plays out. But looking at the defense, Kaiser and Seth Jones. Jones looked a bit better last night, moving the puck and skating. A few lapses on defense. Not loving his positioning and even effort, to be honest with you. So we'll see how he plays in the next stretch here coming up this week. Alex Vlasic and Connor Murphy, probably one of our most consistent lines overall, right? As a pair, Vlasic and Murphy. I love how they complement each other on that pairing. Vlasic has looked like our best defenseman overall in all facets of the game. Love how he skates. Love how he shoots. How he sees the ice. He's 6'6". What more could you want from a young defenseman? So I know we've harped on it a bunch, but very impressed with Alex Vlasic these last few years. Last year and the beginning of this season, and even for the stint the year before, just really nice to see. Nolan Allen, bit of a rough game again as a young defenseman, right? I believe he's 2021 now. So still a young defenseman, but a few mistakes in the D zone and leads to a few penalties. I believe he had 2 penalties last night. So would love to see him clean that up a bit, play a bit of a cleaner game, just play stout, play strong in the D zone, right? Because that's what he's really known for. So really clean that up. Would love to see that develop over time. Shout out to Isaac Phillips getting on the board, scoring a goal in the first period. A nice snipe from him, from Bedard. Nice pass. So we'll go over the scoring, but awesome play for Isaac Phillips. Still a young defenseman, and I'm a fan of him. I like how he plays in the D zone, keeps his head up in the O zone, looks to make plays. So definitely nothing to hate there. Definitely a lot to like as a younger defenseman. And yeah, nice play, nice game, taking the place of TJ Brody. And man, if he keeps that up, then TJ Brody might be gone soon. We'll see. But Arvid Soderblom in net played strong, played stout, loved his game, made all the saves that you needed him to make, and made a few extra effort saves, which you always need from your goalie. If you want a chance to win the game, you have to make a few saves that are, in need of an extra effort. And he had a few nice pad saves, keeping the puck out of the net. Did give up 2 goals, but a bit greasy ones, and towards the end of the game there. So nothing to go crazy about. But really strong game from Arvid Soderblom. And let's go over some stats from last night. 3 stars of the game. Third star, Seth Jones with 1 goal. Brock McGinn with 1 goal as the second star. And first star is actually Taylor Hall with 2 assists. Flying under the radar there. Did not realize he had 2 assists last night. So awesome for him. But yeah, would love to see him put one in the back of the net very soon here. But really nice from him. But the first goal, about 13 minutes in that first period, Taylor Hall to Bedard, just controlling it, getting into the ozone, slowing down, finding some space, kicks it over to Isaac Phillips, uh, trailing him, right? Gets into the zone, rips a snipe far side top left corner of Dostal in net, and that's Phillips' first goal this season. Really nice goal from him to get the scoring goal going. About 3.5 minutes later on the power play, Alex Vlasic with his seventh assist to Taylor Hall, and then Tavo with the one timer on the right circle. Awesome shot from him. Goes far side. Awesome slap shot. His fourth goal on the season makes the game 2-zip going into the second period. But definitely a nice play on the power play. Now we just need that 5-on-5 to get going. Still a big fan of Tavo Teravainen, so I'm not too worried about his contribution so far. He's a pro, a veteran at this point, and I don't think we should be going crazy over his game because he's a unestablished player in this league. So definitely looking for him to get back on the board here in even strength. Second period, 18 minutes in, so only 2 minutes left in the second period. Lucas Reichel, nice pass at Connor Bedard over to Seth Jones at the point, rips one from the point, right, to go up 3-zip, his second goal on the season, and that was on the power play. Nice goal. Game is 3-zip at that point going into the third period. A few questionable calls, right? I believe it was Lucas Reichel got called for something just outlandish. Forgot what it was, but a few calls recently over this last week, just very poor officiating. Not a fan of that. So I hope the refs clean up their game as well. But the third period, 10 minutes in, Brock McGinn he scores his second goal of the season, makes the game 3-1. 10 minutes in. 7 minutes later, Ryan Donato, the play that I was talking about earlier, Philip Kurashev. I believe Kurashev got the shot on net, and then Bedard sort of poked at it, just stuck in the corner of the net by Dostal's skate and pad. So they're chopping away at it, and Ryan Donato gets in on it, and he was credited with the goal. Definitely could have went either way to Bedard or Donato, but I think Donato definitely uh, poked it in, gave that extra little whack at it, and he was credited with his seventh goal of the season, Bedard's ninth assist of the season. So scores 4-1 with about 3 minutes to go. Mason McTavish, he gets a goal on the power play. Nothing too crazy there from Ryan Strome and Troy Terry. But the Ducks just look lost basically the whole game. Not a whole lot of structure. Hawks outskated them, outplayed them. Very good effort from the Hawks on Sunday night. So we love to see that. And let's go over some stats. Shots 39 from the Ducks. So definitely a whole ton of shots on net and have to limit those shots. Got to get in front of the shot too. So would love to limit the shots on net. We had 15 hits from the Ducks, 5 from the Hawks. So a less physical game from us last night. Penalty minutes, 25 minutes and 9 minutes for the Ducks, but a few weird calls. Craig Smith got a weird call. Officiating just got to be better, man. Very weird. Don't love what I'm seeing from them. So we will see what happens with that. But definitely love to see that we do have something going there on the power play and just showing up the Ducks in California. We love to see that. Any other stats to go over? Face-off percentage 50.9 for the Ducks and 49.1 for the Hawks. So a bit more balanced this game. You love to see that rather than having like a 30% 30% face-off win percentage. That's not what you want to see, and it's nice to see a little more even in that category. But we will wrap that up from the Hawks and Ducks, and just taking a look at the next matchup on Wednesday night against the Detroit Red Wings. Let me pull it up here, and let's just see what they have going on for their lineup. Have not taken a look at their team this season. Really, what's going on with their squad? I'm not a fan of the Red Wings. Do not like them one bit. First line: DeBrincat, Larkin, Kane. Second Cop, Comfer, Raymond. Third line: Berggren, Casper, Tarasenko. Forgot he was there, but Marco Casper is also there. 20 years old, the young centerman. Fourth line: Rasmussen, Velino, and Fisher. And it seems like Tyler Mott is the extra forward. On defense, they have Edmondson and Sider on the first pair. That's cool to see. Young defenseman getting big opportunity with Edmondson there, 21 years old. Sider is only 23 still. It's nuts. Ben Sherratt, Jeff Petrie, Gustafson, Johansson, and Justin Hull. Alex Lyon and Cam Talbot in net. So definitely an interesting lineup. A mix of young and veteran players. So we'll see the Cat and Kane at the UC. Yeah, at the UC on Wednesday night. That is the next matchup, and would love to beat Kane this year. Unlike that crazy game last year on the jersey retirement for Chelios, and then Kane with his heartbreaker in overtime, right? Yeah, so would love to see that, but we will see you on Wednesday. Recapped the Hawks and Ducks and previewed Hawks and Red Wings. So we will see you then, and let's go Hawks.